Hello, friends. It's great to be back with you again. Let us see what Samartha Ramdas Swami has said in his 177th shloka. तुटेना फुटेना कदा देवराणा चळेना ढळेना कदा दैन्यवाणा कळेना कळेना कदा लोचनासी वसेना दिसेना जगी मी पणासी. The king of gods does not snap or shatter. It neither moves nor slips, and is never pitiable. The eyes cannot find him ever. It does not live in this world and cannot be located by the egoistic person. In one of the earlier shloka also, Samartha Ramdas Swami mentioned in a similar way about the supreme reality, the Brahman, Paramatma. In the last shloka, he mentioned that we cannot find the supreme reality who has assigned various tasks to various gods. Vedas also mention about it as neti neti, meaning neither this nor that. We are accustomed to the gods who have the form or are the avatars in the human form. We pray them regularly. While praying, we have their idols in our house and in the temples. Most of the times, we will have their pictures hanging on the walls, sometimes as it is, or sometimes in a nice golden frame with nice decoration and probably LED lights around the frame. Sometimes we have the calendars with one picture of them on every page showing every month of the year. We might also be laminating those calendars. Most of the businesses will have a small wallet size laminated pictures of gods with their advertisements on the bottom and calendar on the back side, knowing very well that we will keep them in our wallets as we want their blessings. And every time we have a look at it, we would get reminded of the business owners, their shops, and merchandise. What they do not realize is that whenever we take the picture of God out of our wallet, we only see the God and never even look at the advertisement done by the business at the bottom. We also hang festoons or torana, the garland like decorative foliage of flowers and plastic leaves on which the gods' pictures are printed and is hung between 2 points on the top part of the entrance door. In the festivals like Ganesh festival, we will bring the idols and keep with us for few days depending on the tradition. Some keep it for 1.5 days, some for 5 days, and some for 10 days. Somehow I feel equating that with whether they like a 2020 cricket match or a one day match or a test match. Nevertheless, once the festival is done, they are immersed in water. Those which are made from plaster of Paris do not dissolve in water, whereas those from Shadu clay dissolve in water. Now you can see how much of these types of representations of the gods last and what can happen to them. The entrance door decoration can get snapped and they can get spoiled. The pictures can get torn. The frames can fall down and shatter. We mostly don't know what to do with the calendars after the year is done and sometimes end up having multiple previous year's calendars in our suitcases, nicely kept to preserve the God's pictures as we don't want to throw them out. The pictures in our wallets start taking the shape of our bodily curves where we keep the wallets. If the lamination is not good, it will start tearing up. The Ganesh idols we pray during the festival end up in not so good shape later on once the festival is finished. That is the reason now the eco friendly idols are becoming a norm. Even the idols in the temples became the target of the enemy soldiers during the wars, and we still see the ruins of those temples with idols heavily damaged due to that. Many of them are getting renovated though. We can see that these representations can get torn, shattered, broken. But we know that those are only representations, and when we pray them, we first do what we call as avahana, invoking the gods and pray them to come and reside in those idols or representations. They are all the symbols of the real gods. Samartha Ramdas Swami is describing the King of Gods, the Supreme Reality, which does not have any form, is infinite, eternal, all pervading, impossible to even imagine how it is, and will never get impacted by any such aspects like getting broken, shattered, torn, or damaged in any kind of way. It is everywhere but cannot be located by our eyes, particularly those of us who have an ego, and majority of us do have it, except for those who are great saints or monks, will never be able to understand the supreme reality, as our own real self is also not understood by us. Our real self gets completely covered by our ego, and all we can see is our outer appearance and identify ourselves with my, mine, and I. Even we can see this kind of ego in the trusts who manage various temples, and there is a race on proving how their temple is the best. When our ego can be replaced with I go, this is not a real English word, but provides the essence of getting rid of the ego by getting rid of I or me or mine, then only we will be able to understand the real self as well as the supreme reality. But for that, we will need the guidance of the saints. Friends, if you like this explanation, feel free to provide your feedback and do like, share, and subscribe to the channel A Dialogue with Our Mind. जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ